Basketball in general and dunks in particular have always been primarily associated with Americans. Recently, however, Europeans have been very successfully taking the spotlight, but one group we talk about the least are Asians. If you have guys from China as your competitors in a dunk contest, you might think it'll be an easy walk, but things have changed drastically in recent years. What's up everybody, I'm Smoove and today we will watch and analyze FIBA 3x3 dunk contest in Chengdu, China. Chengdu is a fantastic place. Why, you might ask? Because I won the contest there last season. Together with Chris Staples, we competed in 2 consecutive FIBA 3x3 dunk competitions, and Chris was fortunate to return to Chengdu this year as the headliner. Just a reminder, Staples is 37 years old and still in excellent shape. He'll be facing 2 Chinese opponents. First, Wan Lei, 180 cm tall, who won 2 FIBA 3x3 contests in a row against very famous guys and then continued his championship path in other Chinese events. And He Rui, standing at 175 cm tall with a reported vertical of 125 cm. This is his debut on the FIBA 3x3 arena. If someone with such height is invited to perform in a major international event, it means we should expect some interesting things from him. The rules are simple. Each participant will perform 3 dunks in the first round. The top 2 will advance to the final, where they will perform 2 more dunks each. To complete a dunk, you have 3 attempts and 75 seconds. Judging will be done by a jury of 3 people using a 10-point scale. Wan Lei opens up the contest. He sets up 6 people under the basket.
Wan Lei! Over 4 volunteers!
He effortlessly jumps over all 6 and dunks with 2 hands. The dunk fails to evoke much emotions because it doesn't look natural due to the strong push-off. I think the judges need to give 8s even though there were 6 people under the hoop. Jumping over 6 people like this or jumping over 6 people like Guy Dupuis did are 2 completely different stories. Wan Lei collects 27 points for his first dunk. Without fully understanding the rules, Rui didn't wait for anybody and makes his first dunk and shows everyone that he only needed 1 try. On a replay, we see that Rui executed the dunk very well. But organizers insist that everything must be due to the rules, so the Chinese athlete will have to redo his first dunk.
27 to score to beat.
Rui! Another chance, same result.
Perhaps it was even better for him. The ball went in even more powerfully. An ideal first round dunk. Miller still uses it in competitions and earns respectable scores from it. And now subtract 17 centimeters in height and imagine how much harder it is for Rui. Fortunately, his vertical allows him to stylishly and effortlessly execute a dunk. 2 10s and 1 9. It's right that the score is higher than the previous athletes, but would like to see the perfect 10s a bit later in the competition. Rui deserves all 9s, but if Wan Lei had received 8s. Chris Staples also sets up 6 people under the hoop.
25 seconds on the clock.
Staples, over 4 volunteers, easy work.
Very good looking dunk. That's an advantage for the American athlete. Even if age diminishes the ability to perform the most difficult dunks, you can still impress with more standard yet very beautiful dunks. One of the best styles in the game. 2 10s and a 9. It's definitely not at the level of the previous dunk. I believe after the first round, Staples should be slightly behind Rui in scores. Wan Lei puts a person under the hoop with the ball over his head.
Oh, Wan Lei, Scorpion Sting!
A scorpion dunk on the first attempt. Regardless, a very cool dunk despite the strong boots from the assistant's head. The ball cleanly goes through the hoop and the athlete does it without looking as initially intended in this move. 2 10s and a 0! Well, that was a small mistake. The plan was another 10. 30 points plus 27 from the first round equals 57 points for 2 dunks. Rui also decides to jump over people. Still 6 under the hoop.
Oh, dunk number 2 was nastier than the first.
Very explosive dude. Double up X with ease. Reminded me of Lee Heshu from last season. And note that nowadays dunkers position people to continue flying over them after the dunk, which is smart. But before, dunkers never did this and positioned the assistants solely between the hoop and their takeoff spot. Sometimes it could just be one person standing somewhere on the dotted line, which was actually cooler than a double up X over 6 people. All judges give 10s. Do you agree with this decision? Let me know in the comments. One thing I can say for sure. It's hard not to give a 10 when a local hero with the height of 175 centimeters jumps over 6 people on the first try. 59 total points at the moment. Chris sets up one person under the basket and asks him to throw a lob off the side of the backboard.
Serve it up, here we go.
Serve it up off the side.
The side of the backboard pass is not easy and requires some practice.
Here we go.
Lujuaki, side and back. Oh.
Staples says no to this idea because there is very little time left, but we can be sure that the plan was a 360 two-handed dunk over person.
Right, you gotta do it yourself. Chris Staples. Woo.
In the first official attempt, he tried a Christ air dunk. There's one last chance.
Here we go.
Chris Christ, but Jesus. Oh my goodness.
In the final seconds, Christ air goes through the hoop. Not as much amplitude as in the best years. It's more of a just 360 cuff nowadays. But the judges are very generous, and despite the misses and lack of amplitude, they give all 9s. Chris gets 56 points for the first 2 rounds and currently is third. But there are still some dunks left. One lay against positions his friend under the hoop with the ball above his head.
One leg. Oh my goodness!
180 double up X with a one-handed finish. A very cool dunk, which I like the most in Lipek's execution. It's a pity that one lay relies only on jumping over people and doesn't show us his true level. I want to say thank you for this 8 because it's time to pay attention to these push-offs. 26 points for this beautiful dunk and 83 in total for the first round. Now he needs to hope that his competitors won't collect all 10s. If you want to jump higher like these guys on the video, I invite you to try our jump program called JET Jump Elite Training. You can make your first dunk or make better dunks if you're already dunking. Go find link in the description and start your training right now. 2 people under the basket with the ball on top.
To perform his third dunk.
Rui again doesn't wait for the official start, but this attempt is already counted for him. I really like it, especially the fact that jumping over 2 his head was at the same level as in the first dunk when he made it off a lob. This means that there is no strong push-off, and this makes the dunk look natural and beautiful. 3 9s. Yes, an excellent score for Rui. 27 and 86 total points. He's already guaranteed himself a spot in the finals. For Chris to join him, he needs to score at least 28 or at least 27 to match one lay. Staples will start from the free throw line.
Staples, oh, 360 windmill.
A 360 windmill with only 2 steps, power and beauty. Something new from Chris. New Williams likes to dunk with a drop step, and Chris has adapted this idea a bit for himself, which has paid off. 3 10s. Emotionally, I 100% agree with this decision. Staples earned 86 points for the first round and shares the first place with Rui. Chris Staples opens up a final round.
Alright, there we go, Chris Staples.
Staples.
360 East Bay, one of Chris's signature dunks, which he almost never misses.
Staples.
Oh, okay.
Second miss in a row. This is not the start to the final that Staples had hoped for. Now he needs to be smart about his next move. Most likely it's better to change the dunk to avoid the zeros.
Chris Staples, last attempt, he goes to the windmill.
Chris decided to make an elbow windmill, but just a couple of centimeters shy of hanging on the rim. However, in real time it still looked good, like a very cool and powerful windmill. Not a perfect final dunk, but still better than a miss. 3 8s. A justified score that immediately adds confidence to the local participant. Under the hoop we see one person elevated with the ball above his head and another holding him from falling.
Whoa! Whoa!
A powerful jump and a powerful dunk. This is already Rui's 30th bay, but for some reason I'm not tired of it. In fact, it's like jumping over a person on a chair, and it's nice that the obstacle is really high relative to the participant's height. A perfect 30. 6 points advantage over the American. Chris is against the wall, and he absolutely needs the perfect score.
Staples. Here
Here comes
A 360 under both legs attempt. Yes, this is what's needed, but only if he makes it. I doubt it will be easy considering the misses of the 360 East Bay.
There we go. Chris! Oh!
The first official attempt is far from successful. He touched the rim, but he lost the ball.
There we go. Oh!
He reduced the difficulty, but attempting a 360 under one leg yielded the same result. I think Chris already understands that he's losing the final, but that doesn't mean he'll stop giving it his all.
Let's see if he can deliver. Final dunk for Chris Staples. Yes! He gets it to go down with his last chance.
Beautiful, really beautiful. At 37 years old, he still executes one of the elite basketball dunks. He did it in the final seconds with great energy. 2 9s and a 10. Regardless of the result, I have great respect for Staples for his shape and dedication. 52 final points. Rui needs at least 23 points to win. People are lining up under the hoop again. 6 people form a wall.
Rui!
Double up X with a split, aka Jonathan's wall. It was Jonathan Clark who came up with this move and successfully used it in his performances.
He Rui! He bangs! He bangs!
It used to be Jonathan's wall, now it's the Chinese wall. Here Rui easily handles this task and beautifully concludes the dunk contest in Chengdu. The judges give 2 10s and 1 8. I'm sure the score was lower due to the obvious push-off, but nonetheless the final went in favor of the Chinese athlete. 58 final points and we have a new champion in FIBA 3x3 circuit. Here Rui earns $4,000 and a beautiful little panda. I hope this Chinese athlete will be okay with his knees because, for example, Li Heshu is still dealing with joint issues, which is why we haven't seen him this season. Guys, how do you like this contest? I think it was pretty good. I mean, I'm happy for Chris Staples, I'm happy for his shape. I'm happy to see kind of new dunk, this like a drop step, 2 steps, 360 windmill, which was really amazing. Chinese dunkers really evolving, like every new guy brings something new to the table. I mean, all of them are short, so we don't see like very tall Chinese jumpers, and this is simply amazing. I only hope that we will see more like true dunks, not push-off dunks. We already know you guys can do push-offs very well, double ups, like jumping over 5, whatever people, but please show us some basketball dunks. That's what I'm asking for. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, subscribe, and see you soon, guys.